Dr. Bessel Van Der Kolk, a renowned psychiatrist, has spent his career unraveling the complexities of trauma. His groundbreaking book, The Body Keeps the Score, has become a beacon of hope for survivors and clinicians alike. Van Der Kolk's work challenges conventional approaches to trauma treatment, emphasizing the profound interplay of mind, brain, and body. He argues that trauma is not simply a psychological experience, but one that leaves an indelible mark on our biology. Survivors often struggle to articulate their experiences verbally, their bodies holding on to the unspoken memories. This realization ignited a passion to explore alternative avenues for healing, leading him to delve into the world of neuroscience, body-based therapies, and groundbreaking research. His work has not only advanced our understanding of trauma, but has also revolutionized treatment approaches. Trauma, in its essence, is a deeply distressing experience that overwhelms our ability to cope. It can stem from a single event, such as a car accident or a violent assault, or from prolonged exposure to adversity, like childhood neglect or domestic violence. Trauma's impact extends far beyond the initial event, casting a long shadow over the lives of those who have endured it. The brain, wired for survival, undergoes significant changes in the aftermath of trauma, affecting our ability to regulate emotions, think clearly, and form healthy relationships. The physical sensations experienced during the traumatic event become etched into our nervous system, leading to chronic pain, sleep disturbances, and a heightened startle response. The body, in a sense, becomes a vessel for unprocessed trauma, holding on to the memories that the conscious mind may struggle to access. While the mind may try to bury the memories of trauma, the body never forgets. It becomes a living archive, storing the emotional and physical imprints of our experiences. Our physical sensations, often dismissed as mere aches and pains, can hold valuable clues to our unprocessed trauma. By learning to pay attention to these somatic cues, we can begin to unravel the layers of our experiences and access the root of our suffering. Trauma speaks a language of its own, often bypassing the rational mind and etching itself onto the very fabric of our being. It's a language of sensations, of flashbacks and nightmares, of a racing heart and a constricted chest. To truly understand trauma, we must learn to decipher these visceral messages, to listen to the stories our bodies tell. The impact of trauma on the mind is profound, shaking the very foundations of our sense of self and safety. Trust, a cornerstone of human connection, may crumble, leaving individuals feeling isolated and alone. The experience of trauma can manifest as a disconnection from oneself and the world around. Imagine your mind as a serene landscape, thoughts and emotions flowing like a gentle stream. Now, picture a devastating earthquake ripping through this tranquility, leaving behind a fractured terrain. This is the impact of trauma on the mind. Our cognitive processes, once seamless, become disrupted. Concentration wavers, memory falters, and the ability to think clearly and make sound judgments is compromised. The amygdala, our brain's alarm system, becomes hypersensitive, perceiving threats even in safe environments. This constant state of high alert takes a heavy toll, depleting our energy reserves and impacting our overall well-being. Trauma can fracture our sense of self, leaving us feeling fragmented and incomplete. The experience of overwhelming fear and helplessness can chip away at our sense of agency, leading to feelings of powerlessness and a belief that we are fundamentally flawed or broken. The ability to connect with others, a fundamental human need, can be severely compromised by trauma. Trust, once freely given, becomes guarded and hesitant. Intimacy, both physical and emotional, may feel fraught with danger, as the body and mind remain on high alert, anticipating further hurt and betrayal. This withdrawal from life, while a natural protective mechanism in the face of overwhelming fear, can ultimately lead to a sense of emptiness and disengagement. The human brain, a marvel of intricate networks and delicate balances, is profoundly shaped by our experiences, especially those that leave us deeply wounded. Trauma, like a seismic shock, can disrupt this intricate system, altering the very architecture of our brain and leaving an indelible mark on how we process emotions, memories, and even our perception of the world. Imagine the brain as a bustling city, with different regions responsible for various functions. The prefrontal cortex, our executive center, governs decision-making, planning, and emotional regulation. The hippocampus, a vital memory hub, processes and stores our experiences. Trauma disrupts the harmonious functioning of this intricate city. The amygdala, our brain's ancient alarm system, plays a pivotal role in our response to danger. In a safe environment, it acts as a vigilant protector, triggering a rapid response to potential threats. However, in the aftermath of trauma, the amygdala can become hypersensitive, like a finely tuned alarm that goes off at the slightest breeze. For someone who has experienced trauma, these everyday occurrences can trigger the amygdala, sending a surge of adrenaline and cortisol coursing through their body. The heart races, palms sweat, and the body prepares for fight, flight, or freeze, even though the perceived threat is not real. The mind, perpetually on edge, struggles to find peace and relaxation, leading to insomnia, anxiety, and difficulty concentrating. In a healthy brain, the different regions work in concert, like a well-rehearsed orchestra, each instrument playing its part in harmony. Trauma disrupts this delicate balance, creating dissonance and discord within the system. Communication pathways between different areas of the brain become impaired, leading to a breakdown in the smooth flow of information and emotional regulation. The connection between the amygdala, the alarm center, and the prefrontal cortex, the rational thinking center, is particularly vulnerable to disruption. This disconnect between the emotional and rational centers of the brain explains why individuals who have experienced trauma may struggle with seemingly irrational fears or reactions. While the mind may try to bury the memories of trauma, the body holds onto the experience with an unwavering grip. It becomes a living archive, storing the emotional and physical imprints of our past, often long after the conscious mind has tried to move on. This somatic memory, etched into the very fabric of our being, can manifest in a myriad of ways, from chronic pain and digestive issues to sleep disturbances and a heightened startle response. Imagine a young child witnessing a car accident. The screeching of tires, the shattering glass, the smell of gasoline, and the sight of blood. These sensory experiences become deeply embedded in the child's nervous system. This is the body's way of remembering, of holding on to the past, even when the conscious mind has tried to forget. When confronted with overwhelming danger, our bodies have a primal instinct to protect us. This innate defense system, honed over millennia of evolution, kicks into gear, preparing us to fight, flee, or freeze. However, when trauma occurs, this fight, flight, or freeze response can become locked in place long after the danger has passed. The body, having learned to associate certain stimuli with danger, remains on high alert, ready to react at a moment's notice. This chronic state of hypervigilance can leave individuals feeling trapped in a perpetual cycle of fear and anxiety, their bodies and minds unable to fully relax and return to a state of equilibrium. The body, having experienced a threat to its survival, remains on high alert, even when the danger has passed. The body speaks a language of its own, a language of sensations, of aches and pains, of tightness in the chest and a churning in the gut. These physical symptoms, often dismissed as psychosomatic or all in the head, are, in fact, the body's way of communicating unprocessed trauma. Headaches, back pain, digestive issues, insomnia, chronic fatigue, these are just a few of the ways in which the body can manifest the effects of trauma. These symptoms are not imagined or fabricated. They are very real physical sensations rooted in the dysregulation of the nervous system. Learning to decipher the language of these symptoms is essential to healing. By paying attention to our bodies, by noticing the subtle shifts in sensation, we can begin to understand the messages they are sending. Traditional talk therapy, while valuable for many, often falls short in addressing the deep-seated wounds of trauma. The very nature of trauma, with its tendency to lodge itself beyond the reach of words, requires a more holistic approach, one that acknowledges the intricate interplay of mind, body, and spirit. The Body Keeps the Score delves into a range of therapeutic approaches that move beyond the confines of the therapist's couch, inviting survivors to reconnect with their bodies and reclaim their innate capacity for healing. One such approach is eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, EMDR, a powerful technique that utilizes bilateral stimulation, such as eye movements or tapping, to help the brain reprocess traumatic memories. Another promising avenue is somatic experiencing, a body-oriented approach that focuses on releasing trapped trauma energy through subtle movements, breath work, and awareness of bodily sensations. Somatic experiencing gently helps to straighten out those kinks, allowing the body's natural healing energy to flow unimpeded. Section 2. Reclaiming the body. Trauma often robs individuals of their sense of safety and agency, leaving them feeling disconnected from their bodies and the world around them. Rebuilding this connection is paramount to healing. Yoga, with its emphasis on breath, movement, and mindfulness, offers a gentle yet powerful pathway to reconnect with the body and cultivate a sense of inner peace. Imagine a tree deeply rooted in the earth, its branches swaying gently in the breeze. Yoga helps us to find that same sense of grounding and resilience, allowing us to weather life's storms with greater ease. Through mindful movement, we learn to listen to our bodies, to notice the subtle sensations and respond with kindness and compassion. Movement therapies, such as dance or Tai Chi, provide another avenue for healing through the body. These expressive modalities allow survivors to tap into their creativity, to release pent-up emotions, and to rediscover the joy of movement. It's like learning to dance with our pain, to transform it into something beautiful and life-affirming. Section 3. A tapestry of healing. Trauma recovery is not a one-size-fits-all endeavor. Just as each individual's experience of trauma is unique, so too is their path to healing. The Body Keeps the Score emphasizes the importance of finding a therapeutic approach that resonates with the individual's needs and preferences. It's about creating a tapestry of healing, weaving together different modalities to address the multifaceted nature of trauma. Alongside therapy, practices like mindfulness meditation, journaling, and spending time in nature can be profoundly healing. Mindfulness encourages us to pay attention to the present moment without judgment, fostering a sense of calm and acceptance. Journaling provides a safe space to process emotions and gain clarity. Nature, with its inherent beauty and tranquility, can soothe the soul and remind us of the interconnectedness of all things. Ultimately, healing from trauma is about reclaiming our lives, about rediscovering our strength, resilience, and capacity for joy. It's about learning to trust our bodies again, to listen to their wisdom, and to honor the journeys they have carried us through. It's about embracing the messy, imperfect, and ultimately triumphant process of becoming whole again. Section 1. The Triumph of Resilience. The Body Keeps the Score illuminates how trauma wounds us, but also offers hope. Van der Kolk weaves scientific research, clinical experience, and personal stories to reveal human resilience. He urges a compassionate understanding of trauma's impact. Healing is about transforming our relationship to the past. It's about reclaiming our bodies, minds, and lives from trauma. The book shows that even deep-seated trauma can be healed. Survivors' stories are powerful testaments to transformation. They remind us that hope is a powerful force for change. Section 2. A Call to Awareness. This book urges us to understand trauma's impact on individuals, families, and communities. It challenges us to move beyond judgment, fostering compassion and support. Healing is not solitary. It requires collective effort. We must create a world where trauma is met with understanding and resources. The Body Keeps the Score is a catalyst for change. It invites us to recognize trauma signs and respond with empathy. We can become agents of healing for our communities and the world. Embracing connection, We transform trauma into resilience and love.